Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we're ready to go. Game 1, Mousesports versus Team Secret. We've just seen the two lineups come through. I'm ODPixel, this is Fogged, of course, just in case you didn't know. What do you think? We've heard the panel's opinions. Are you liking a certain team's take on this one a little bit more?
I like Secret's draft.
Yeah.
Adfinum picked 0 stuns. Literally 0. They have an RP versus an Ember Spirit and versus a Clinks. So I think it's going to be really hard for them. I think they have to come out really far ahead in the lanes, and they have to just kind of like group up, very group mentality with this Dazzle Phoenix thing, and just make their work with their sustain kind of force into Secret. But yeah, I'm really liking Secret's lineup. They've heavy disable lineup into Mousesports, and yeah, like you said, they pick Dazzle into Axe.
Dazzle into Axe. I mean,
definitely a little bit tough at times because you want to rely on the Grave.
As they were saying on the panel, there are strengths that go both ways, but definitely it feels like the overriding one is the fact that Grave is not going to do you any good in these team fights.
Yep. All right, Yapzor, MNT, bot each other out, start trading some hits.
And we'll see how the lanes end up panning out. Well, got a bit of harassment back on Yap here with Spartan as well. Yap, it's the role. So any sort of kind of lane matchups you think either side's trying to get? Is Kezu trying to get himself in a 1v1 as such, or are we going to see one of the sides go aggressive with their tri-lane?
I think the CM and the Earth Spirit can kind of just gauge where they want to go. Yapzor's items kind of look like he wants to be playing in the aggressive kind of factor. He's got 2 sets of regens, so I think he's going to be playing around the Axe and the mid lane more. And I think, they're actually going to do the switch up right away. MP's going to go mid versus the Ursa. They're expecting that to happen, and Midwin's going to make his way toward the top lane.
Is it really just that bad of a matchup?
Yeah, I mean, he just claps, he just runs at you, and you really can't farm at all on Ember Spirit because you have no way to remove Fury swipes or anything along those lines, and he's got a movement speed advantage on the Ursa.
Okay, so
a good adjustment coming out.
Yeah, MP mid. Yep. Let's give it a go. I mean, I don't think, have we ever seen Secret do that before, where they've swapped MP in mid one round for games where it's favored?
No, not that I've seen. No.
So we'll see how he ends up doing. Up against the Ursa, this should be what, a very easy lane for the Clinks?
No, Ursa's still like he's stout shield and stuff. He's able to farm. He's got clap. He can push the wave in a little bit better than the Clinks, but Clinks is a good last hitter, but not a great denier. So it should be pretty much same kind of last hits. I don't think either one should come out ahead or behind, just be very even. But depending on what rotations come in, we may see Dazzle starting in mid lane and starting to throw some harassment onto MP.
Yeah, we'll see how well MP can man up here in the mid lane.
Bottom lane, Kezu getting spun on.
Already making a bit of a go. Yapzor will be there in return. Gets the slow onto Madara. Yeah, the pressure, I guess as you said, Yapzor, between the options in these two lanes, you think he's most likely to stay down here. Can he get much done mid with a Dazzle being there?
He can just go in if they overextend, if they try to pressure too far, like on the tower dives or something like that. But yeah, he's just going to be playing between mid and bottom, just kind of finding any opportunity. Skylark actually did something clever. He pulled the creep wave, the entire first creep wave of Secret, into his neutral camp, so he's able to farm a little bit extra there.
All right. How'd you do that with the mag?
I think he just walked and grabbed the wave and just walked down, yeah.
Okay.
So that's good for him. At least he finds himself a little bit of bonus farm.
Yeah, and I guess with the fact that the supports are elsewhere, there's no way that they could interrupt that. Mid lane CS, going very nicely for Thug at the moment. I mean, this is maybe going to be the case when you do obviously have the support backup, and also the fact that, I mean, even just the fact that MP's not normally in the mid lane, there's going to be a difference in skill in terms of your mid laning capabilities, isn't there? When you're going up against a player that is the mid laner for the team.
It is a bit harder. His last hitting should be just fine afterwards. Just the Dazzle starting there, throwing some poison touches on him were a bit obnoxious.
Up one lane, I think Spartan, that's going to be a dead Dazzle. Getting caught out here in the river by Puppey and Yapzor. Puppey making his moves around the map from top to bottom. Good
first rotation from Puppey.
See what they can do here in the middle lane. Of course, that's no surprise at all, really. Jug and Magnus, 73% win rate. It's very, very strong. But I think Magnus is just fundamentally in power is one of the best late game skills to have on your team. If you have melee heroes to benefit, and with a Jug and an Ursa, they certainly do.
Mid lane, going for the dive on MP. They have the dust as well. Spartan coming in with the smoke.
So he's going down. No way he gets out.
Nice, Spartan changed tower aggro. Looked like he was almost going to drop, but nicely played there by them. Grabbing the early boots on Thug with the Windlace, just able to put that pressure.
Unfortunately for Secret, they couldn't react to that because they did get very low. And both Thug and Spartan still sitting down. in the mid lane on very, very low life. MP back into it. And certainly not the easiest of lanes for the mid Clinks. Bottom lane, Kezu was getting gone upon, but straight out with the TP to the shrine. Will keep himself safe. The CS of the safe laners, slight edge at the moment for mid one. 22 for 3 on the Ember Spirit. As 19 for 8 on Madara, but it's close. And of course the Clinks in the mid lane, like how do you play it out after the laning stage? Like when you start to leave the lane as MP? Like,
I mean, when you hit 6,
then you rotate,
depends.
or?
Yeah, I think it's like depending on certain players, they do different things. Like he's going for Ring of Aquila this game, so we'll see if he wants to stay there a little bit longer. But I would like more than likely him just making rotation, so then his CM, his Earth Spirit can have a lane to get their levels back up. I
mean, this could be very nice for Secret if they catch Thug out here. I've got the puppy moving around from the backside with the smoke, and Thug no way to run out of that one as Yapzor comes in with the smash. And they will bring down the bear. They're ganking him whilst they still can before he hits that level 6, and things will get a little harder.
Clean rotation.
Kezu, of course, Kezu's been finding a lot from this bottom lane. You know, he's 21 CS at the moment. He will be gone upon here.
You just cursed him, I believe.
I think I did just curse him. But Cool ain't gonna save from the magical.
One more spin and he would have had MNT.
Dude, maybe if that neutral got the deny as well. It was close. There was 3 standing around. Meanwhile, on the top
Kills
lane,
everywhere.
Mid one and Puppy dive in. And yeah, middle lane Thug, he's got the dusts out, and he's ready to go on to MP and gets the kill. So people dying in every lane.
I think he actually killed him without the dust. That was a little bit bizarre because it wasn't on cooldown when I clicked on it.
Yeah, you're right. He must have done.
I think maybe MP just ran out of mana or just like was playing a little bit too aggressively, or maybe the fade time. I actually didn't catch that when I was looking at the top kill.
I mean, there's literally 3 died every lane. Thug?
Thug?
No. All right. Now that's one of those times where you just hope that your team wasn't looking at the mid lane. Just underestimating the damage that he could get out with the strafe. That's painful. How close was he? Was he fishing for 6? Well, is he nearly 6?
Nope.
No, he wasn't close.
And he just didn't expect the burst damage coming out from the clicks. Sometimes that happens.
Yeah, sometimes it does.
Sometimes you just get auto-attacked to death. Puppy, Yapzor, still looking for Skylark. Trying to keep the aggression on. They even put a ward behind his tower after they get the kill on him. Yeah. So they're really trying to keep this mag shut down as possible.
Can they go for it again?
Not the 2 of them. They definitely need one more rotation coming in since he's full HP.
I mean, mid one now 6 could certainly start to think about jumping in for that. They will, of course, catch out MNT here with the chain stones, bringing him down low.
The CM attack.
Sniped there by the CM.
A snowball to the fire.
Damn.
Firebird.
Poetic. 5 for 3. Secret. Now with level 6 on MP. We'll see what he wants to do. And what kind of build it looks to be. Just a brown boot straight into Medallion. The Clinks.
I like the Medallion. Yeah. I like the Solar Crest build a lot on the Clinks. It's very good versus the Jog. It's very good versus the majority of what Mousesports has. And if you catch a Phoenix or something in the backlines, that hero has 0 armor. If you put him at negative, he's just going to get like 2 or 3 shotted. Same thing with the Dazzle. So I really like this item pickup for him. And then gives him, of course, Roche potential whenever they do get a good wipe. Yeah,
Thug now hits 6, so it'll be a little harder to gank. Top lane Skylark as well, very close to the 6. Mid one and Yapzor. See if they can get in close and personal for a bit of action. Level 7 on mid one. Top of the net worth as well. Just slightly ahead of Madara. There's the Medallion completion. We'll see what MP does with this, if it is just going to be a case of remaining in that middle lane, or if he does want to start to make movements around with the rest of his team.
I think he can pressure the top tower, go for the mag as well.
Go take some objectives.
I think it's possible. I think that, or maybe the mid. He actually gets spotted. They just put down Fresh Observer and Sentry Ward by MNT, so they are trying to keep eyes on those early movements. Maybe next time he's going very deep into Ward. He actually just TP's bottom afterwards. That damage from the Medallion, 1 auto attack does like 160 damage.
It makes it very hard for Thug to stick around in the lane. And we'll see how they want to play out this Ursa. I mean, do you imagine it? I mean, it seems like a hard game to try and snipe a Roshan. You know, with the amount of movements that Secret's making across the map. It's unlikely that Thug's going to be able to get one of those. Unless he catches Secret grouping up elsewhere across the map.
Yeah, maybe when they get all their 6s, they can try to force something around that with all their big ultis, like with the Mag ult, with the Phoenix Egg. And if they have like a Weave on top, this does do pretty well versus Secret's lineup, but I think with the Clinks running around and Ember Spirit running around, they have so much information they can get. So, yeah, but I really, man, I just love Solo Crest this game versus like Mag Jug. It's super good. So MP's gonna be very buff with that. Already making a rotation in towards top, towards Skylark with an Arcane Rune.
Thug has to be kind of careful when he heads into the jungle like that, hanging around on very low life. If MP comes around and finds him. MP, though, fortunately enough for Thug, is eyeing up the top lane, looking towards Skylark.
They get the scan onto MP. They know someone's there. Skylark gonna get dove and brought down very quickly, though.
And that's going to be the RP used as well. Let's see if it sets up anything in return. Mid one already remnanting away, making sure that the Omni Slash isn't going to guarantee a kill. Dust comes out, will clip MP, but he's already managed to make himself quite far away. And I don't know if they could actually close the gap before the dust wears off. And can they? I mean, he's under the sentry, though. The Poison Touch will connect. They'll go in with the big fiery laser of doom from MNT, and they do claim the kill. The sentry out there, very nicely done for Mousesports.
Expensive rotations, though. They TP 2 people, and they have to run the Phoenix all the way across. Yeah. It was an Omni Slash committed too, so it was a Jug going there as well. So that's a heavy commitment trying to get the Clinks clean up. Definitely super favorable for Secret.
Kezu making good timing on the Blink Dagger as well. 1500 towards it. Bottom lane. Skylark and Madara. We'll start to see Skylark as well, I'm sure, try and get his Blink Dagger done. He's still quite a while away. 500 gold.
Yeah, it's going to be scary because this like Clinks isn't really going to be showing on the map too much. So it's like every time Axe is going to be going for like initiation play, you have to expect 3 heroes, maybe even more than that, coming out from Secret because they have a Clinks running around Invis, they have Ember Spirit who's going to have boots of travel super early. So the Mouse is going to have to play very defensive. They're going to have to be sitting behind their cores in a lot of these scenarios very soon.
Let's see. Tempe is looking for action. Eyes onto Skylark and Madara. Rest of Secret are behind MP.
Madara saw something happen.
Yeah,
he saw the fade.
Spooked in.
And I think he saw the fade from the Skeleton Walk in the tree land.
Now looking to try and hold this. About 15 seconds and they'll have an RP.
They're outnumbered heavily down here.
Yeah, Secret have got all 4 of them against the 2. Top lane. See Mouse trying to abuse this, so they look for mid 1. He throws down 1 remnant. Has got another to play. We'll see if he can play his way out of this one. He's actually going to go for the slide into the TP. And of course, with the lack of stuns that we mentioned earlier in the draft, nothing that Mouse could do to stop that kind of play.
The Tide's coming out bottom.
Silence already out to 1. The RP will catch 2, but where's the follow-up? TPs are coming through from Mouse. Madara managing to survive for a little bit, but Kezu comes in with the first dunk. Now, looking to surround Spartan. They'll drop the Magnetize, looking to set up for another dunk. There we have it. Double kill for Kezu. He's not done yet. I'm pretty sure this is going to look to be the triple, and there we have it. Kezu with the good dunk.
And top. Mid 1 gets a solo kill on the Thug.
Oh, that's... It's not great. I mean, MNT is enjoying the mid lane, but the rest of his team are enjoying the dirt. As, yeah, that was not ideal for Mousesports. Triple kill for the Axe as well. I mean, that's definitely going to give Kezu his Blink Dagger, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, he's got it already.
Gold on top, yeah.
And he's going to get another kill mid onto MNT. He just gets a nice, clean Blink call dunk. Yeah, we even see it here on the replay.
On the replay, yeah.
This is one of those scenarios that we talk about so much in Dota, where this tower is very hard for you to defend as a Radiant side. If you're being outnumbered like this and you only have 2 heroes set up and you have to TP 2 or 3 heroes in, it's already pretty much a lost fight. There's so many different angles of approach that the Dire side can take around this tower. And they weren't set up properly. They didn't even have their Phoenix 6 yet. He didn't have a TP either. So they were just kind of TPing into their death. The Ursa is the one who has to kind of be there with the mag set up already if they do want to go for those tower defense. Those are their strong power heroes at the moment, not the Dazzle. The Dazzle's like super weak at this point in the game. They really need their bigger cores to be set up for those tower defenses.
An interesting stat there as well that we saw. I didn't quite get the last bit of it, but the gist was that they have used MP mid before. Apparently 2 months ago in the EU qualifiers, there was a game where they did do something similar. But yeah, none at the Kiev major main event. But so far this game, it certainly seems to be working out. You know, mid 1 still had a fantastic time in the safe lane. Arguably, maybe he got more fun than he would have done, well, definitely against an Ursa, but maybe even in other games, being in that safe lane position. A little slow on the levels, perhaps. But actually, even with that, Puppy was in the jungle. He wasn't really sapping much from the lane.
He was maximizing.
It works out. Yeah.
He was maximizing really well, too. I was watching him a few times. He kept pulling the side and stacking it, too, for himself, and making sure that he denied Skylark levels.
Look, he's level 13 at it's 13 minutes. That's incredible. That is incredible. I mean, Madara's only level 9. That is a huge experience advantage, mainly on this Ember Spirit. Mid-One's had a great time.
Looking to go on Puppy in the mid lane. They're ready for it, though. Yeah,
instant turnaround from Yapso, and Kezu jumping in with the call. Freezing field from Puppy used as well. They're trying to bring Thug down low, but the Enrage actually going to keep him alive here. Negating enough of the damage and the heal as well.
Yapso's
He's trying to commit.
Right,
they'll turn the heal again, trying to outdo the Magnetize just enough. And with Thug TPing back to base, he is going to make it. He will just survive. The rest of Mousesports on their way out of there. Skylark and Spartan. I can't quite believe they get themselves away there, falling incredibly low. But Secret just unable to get the final touches through on that. So a good little bit of action there for Mousesports in the mid lane, getting the kill onto the Axe. But it looks like they may lose the tower. I mean, look how much damage that Magnetize did as well. It's one of those points where you do see how useful the Dazzle is when the Axe isn't around. He can save your backside.
Yeah, mid-one had already boots had traveled toward bottom. He was pushing the wave out and just forcing bottom wave very hard. Same thing with MP. He was kind of just jungling. He was eating a creep and then just making his way toward there. So they only had 3 heroes there in response. They didn't have any to kind of clean up, and Kezu did get brought down. But yeah, that damage from Magnetize. Unfortunately, he had no urns.
Spartan, get yourself out of... No, he's dead. No chance to escape. And now mid-one's actually going to look to run down a little bit more. Play around with him with this haste rune. At the least, keep this bottom lane pushed in as well. And mid-one's build this game as well. Very, very much itemizing against Mouse's lineup. Just getting that Shiva's guard as soon as he can. I mean, we've seen that. I can't remember if it was mid-one. We saw it in another game, wasn't there? There was a lot of physical damage in the Ember. Gets the Shivas, and then suddenly this Ember is just ridiculously tanky to this physical.
Yeah, it's super good versus the Magnus in general too. Like if you're able to scout him out with that Shiva's guard, you can always try to stop his blink dagger with it, etc. And of course that met the physical resistance. I like the wards coming out from Secret too. Very aggressively placed in the enemy jungle, and they're also watching the one recovery point. Secret definitely feels like they have a commanding lead, so they're like, okay, the way that Mouse gets back into is through Ancient Stack. So they have a ward checking that out, and it is triple Ancient Stack that's going to be ripened for the taking.
Sky is really tempted to try for a play. Doesn't have a blink. So he may have to go for some skewer RP, but quick reactions from mid-one. I think this is a very hard catch to get. A mid-one is just, he's going to be straight out of there. Yeah, no messing from the Ember Spirit as soon as he senses something wrong. And that's just wasted time from Mousesports, using 3 heroes to set up on a gang that you really aren't going to get. Even if there was a blink on the Magnus, mid-one very likely to be able to get himself out.
Yeah, I think it would be very hard for them to actually bring him down. I think it would be kind of close. Like if Thug gets the blink timing at the same time, he's able to just get all the burst on him. But he's got a plate mail, so he's relatively tanky on the Ember Spirit. MP now just auto-attacking down this bottom tower, tanking it with the Solar Crest, taking 0 damage.
That's a good item. With that Blightstone as well, very much value having that.
Methodical from Secret so far.
And time to fight as well. Secret say, looking for another good bit of a wipe. Madara, very, very low. Straight in, Kezu's there. Nothing the Dazzle can do to save him against the onslaught of the Axe and Co. And they'll go for a second. Mid-one tames the Duggle. Make sure that the dunks don't happen. He can benefit from the gold himself, and straight back up to the top lane. Mid-one. Ready to continue farming. Skylark and Thug, they're still here for pretty much the past 5 minutes, and nothing feels like it was achieved. They just can't catch mid-one.
Yeah, Skylark needs to farm more. I think he's trying to set up too much. Like there, like you said, he was waiting there for so long. He's still only 400. He's like 400 away from it still. It's almost 20 minutes, or on the way to 20 minutes. And now at this point, Secret's already gonna have an Aegis. So as long as they don't overcommit too hard, they should be pretty good at setting this game.
Nice. Straight up the freezing field. Every little helps. I mean, it will tickle Roshan a little bit.
Yeah, we saw Kuroki doing that a lot at Kiev, right? He was ulting a lot of Roshans. He doesn't expect to really need it too much in those fights.
Yeah, ult to Roshan, ult to farm, ult to jungle.
It's only 90-second cooldown. They can just... It's okay. He's just a walking aura anyway, right?
Obviously, you got mana for days, so might as well use it for something.
Yep.
And of course, beautifully done. Takes the plus 60 damage on the CM. We love it. But yeah, it's looking very, very rocky for Mousesports here. In these first 17 minutes, 11k gold lead for Secret. it's pretty much all downhill since the laning stage. Mouse need to find something big. This could be it. Skylark's just picked up the Blink Dagger. So this does have the potential to be big for Mousesports, but at the same time, I feel like Secret, that they're prepared for this.
Yeah, Mouse has to get like perfect kind of ultis, and then at the same time still they're fighting into an Aegis, so it depends if the egg is placed a little bit too far up, if they don't get the spirits on the right people. If the dunk comes out on somebody earlier, they get the bonus attack speed and movement speed from it, so I think it's really hard for Mouse to kind of take this lineup, take this kind of fight when they have, they only have the lead initiator as your Magnus is something we always talk about too. It's like you never want your Mag to just like blink in and RP somebody. You want someone else to kind of start the chaos and then he follows up with the counter initiation.
I mean, they're eyeing up Puppy here, but they're kind of saying, well, can we get something a little bit more down here? It's, just a CM isn't really what they want, and in fact they're having trouble with that one. Puppy's going to survive as the silence comes out in Yapso. The beam stops, finally just tick out. Okay, the poison touch does get him. But Secret now, in return, looking to make sure they get the better trade. Adara blade fearing his way out of there. In fact, oh, is he actually going to get himself out of the tree line? Oh, he is! They couldn't see him. He got himself round the trees. Does TP out. I mean, they still lose 2 Mousesports, but I can't quite believe that Jug escaped.
Yeah, Kezu actually whiffed the dunk just by a little bit, and then he was graved up. Yeah, Jug just spin TP'd out with Grave, and a little bit unfortunate for them, but it doesn't matter. They get 2 kills for a CM. Now they get to push their lanes out as well. Mid one with those bots, and Shiva's guard. Puppy actually picks him up a gem too, so they're looking to just completely suffocate Mouse at this point and just take all map control.
Looking grimmer and grimmer. Top lane Thug. I don't think he's getting out of it. He can enrage, but they're going to see Kezu come in with the control, and no way the Fuzzy Wuzzy gets himself back to base.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
At the same time, they even claim the mid tier 2 with MP with the newly bought up Desolator.
Oh, Deso and Solo Crest.
Yeah. Minus 19 armor, whoever he gets to apply that on. And he's going for a Hex next. I really like this pickup. Wanting more managing, getting that instant type of lockdown for the Ursa, for the Juggernaut. Pretty much for anybody, even if you see the Magnus or the Phoenix. Like, it's just a great item in general on Clinks that people used to go quite a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And it's, single target, you're killing anyone on the map at that stage.
Yeah.
No problems at all. For Mousesports, definitely all about hitting that big RP. And it has to be big. He's got to be hitting at least 4 Skylark. And you've got to be getting the axe as well. If Kezu's there with the counter initiation, it suddenly doesn't matter if you're getting a good RP. Another one just to be freely taken here outside of the base, and in fact they'll get it. Can they get the vision for the dunk? Ooh, no, couldn't quite get up to the high ground, so Kezu won't get the second dunk. And still, that is a Phoenix down. Secret in good position to start pressuring the high ground if they wish.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a 15,000 gold lead with Aegis.
That's a lot.
They can force some reactions back, hit the tower a bit, just have like one or just the Clink showing in the front line so they can't get multi-hero RP'd. Might try for a skewer, off the mark. Nice little sidestep from MP. They're spotting out Thug, Yapsor.
Let's see if they can get any sort of jump. Adara forced to Blade Furious, the chains come through. MP continues to stand his ground. Thug will jump in, looks for a clap. And we're going to find it, Frostbite. And MP turning, forcing the Ursa back up the high ground. Secret, they'll certainly want to wait out the weave, as it does tick down the armor.
Yep, mid one can always just, throw a remnant down, box to the other lanes, keep the lanes pushed out, and they can just hold their ground, farm this, be efficient though. Definitely farm these like 3 camps as best as possible while forcing Mouse to just sit in their base. And the advantage is just going to keep going in the favor of Secret during all of this.
Blade Mail on Kezu as well. It's going to cause additional issues for the side of Mouse now. Even if they do get an RP on him, if he has that Blade Mail out, they've got to think twice before coming in with the damage. I know this is definitely one of the most brutal opening 20 minutes I think we've had. Have we had a game that's been this brutal in the first 20 minutes for a team? There was another game actually, wasn't there? That was quite quick.
Mid lane, Thug.
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone. He's no longer with us.
We've had some very hectic games, I would say. The 2 of the Vegas series were very 20-minute lots of kills, but mid lane again, they get the call. Dunk onto Skylark. And
that Jug is not going to get out of there either. MP picks up a double, 2 most damage on this Clinks.
They just have so many different forms of, I mean, with all these Blink Daggers, with such a surge of gold going in the way of Secret, they have 3 different people that can kind of initiate now in this way. Ember Spirit just like chains, Yapso can just blink in and kick a stone, and then Axe can follow up. just a lot easier for them to go. Now again, Spartan getting gone on though.
And he is out and down. That's going to be a Dunkaroo for Kezu. Thug trying to run his way away with the Enrage. A buyback from Dazzle will be there as Spartan wants to enjoy some final moments in this game, as it almost certainly is coming to an end. 22-6, 22 minutes in. Top Rack's being forced in. Mouse just never really getting themselves off the ground in this game. And Secret will show some mercy, but this is, yeah, it's reached the 1K a minute decline. And a game as well where, as you said, we've had hectic games like this, but those games normally have like a bit of a swing. There's always been one fight that's kind of knocked it back, but this one has just very much been downhill since the lanes. Yeah. Let's see if they can do anything here. This is, if they can, this could be the swing that we talk about that's happened in other games. But it's so hard to execute.
Versus these elusive heroes too.
Yeah.
They might catch some supports, but mid one's very hard to kill. He's going to break the smoke. Is he going to get caught? He actually does get caught by the RP, and he is getting brought down. That's a gem.
That is one big kill. That is something.
Yeah, they had high ground vision of him there. Mid one looked like he was walking up trying to break the smoke. He looked like he had a feeling that something was going on there, but yeah, Mouse with that superior vision there, able to get the instant jump on him and bring him down quickly. That's nice. That's a pretty big swing.
All right, so that's how much money did they get for that kill? Who got the money, actually?
Skylark got 1,000.
Skylark got 1,000.
But it was about, what, like 2,000 something gold swing about total? Yeah, something close to that, like 1,500, 2,000. Either way.
What did Skylark get after the Blink Dagger? I
think he was going Midas.
He did get the Midas, okay. Yeah. All right. I mean, so as I said, you know, if it does go on, this is a triple melee core, including the Magnus, with the Magnus in power. They can push the lanes back out. They're yet to lose a Rax.
You see Mid One's new item he just picked up? Nice little Solar Crest Ember Spirit, you know, Solar Crest on everybody, why not? I mean, versus a Jug Mag lineup versus such heavy physical, I don't see why not. Thug getting gone on toward top. He's using the Enrage. They're going to be chasing him down here. Blinks up in 2 seconds. Will they be able to stop it? Boom. Yes, they will.
Yeah, they get the Remnant straight in onto his head, and Kezu wants to kill secure. Make sure that he gets the kill. And that there's no escape for the bear. That is the bear down for a full minute. No Thug here for the defense. They do still have the Magnus Jug combination. Secret, as long as they don't stand too close to each other, should be fine. Mid one already up. Checking out the situation.
He's very tanky.
Are you ready? Solar Crest is Shiva's Guard. I mean, we're nowhere near any sort of true strike on the members of Mousesports. So yeah, his effective HP is pretty through the roof.
They got Madara.
And yeah, they've certainly got him. He's out and down. They'll pop the Phoenix Egg, but with the strafe from Clinks, they can easily dispatch of the Supernova. And they come. That's a good combo. That's a very good combo. In fact, that's a brilliant combo. They've just taken down 2. MP, though, trying to get himself away. They're going to get him. He comes out. Okay. Triple kill. I mean, it is nice. But it's not going to win you the game, unfortunately. Secret, with the 2 Mirani members, did get the melee racks.
It was so nice.
It will hold you in the game. 2 more of those, and we'll maybe start to see that little red bar at the top not being entirely red, as it currently still is.
Thing is that Jug does have to use a buyback.
He did use a buyback.
So he gets a lot of reduced gold for those kills, the 60% reduction. So he barely even comes out ahead with that one. Of course, the experience swing is massive, but yeah, I mean, at least they got, you know, they're landing the combo right there. They finally got it.
It's something.
It's something.
I mean, we saw on the graph, yeah, the kind of the dips, you know, as it turned back around on the XP, you know, the kind of the saggy balls.
Rax was claimed though by Secret.
We need rapiers this game. I think that's what we're waiting for.
Let's take a look at this one again.
There we go. So I mean, it was a really nice RP. We were catched with what, 3 heroes. The start, it kind of works for the egg. They take down the egg, but the fact that the egg was there kind of drew them together and then battle. Look how close they're standing. You can't stand that close, Secret, because you will get sucked in by reverse polarity, pulled to pieces, and then of course they've got the sentry down. Easy chase down of MP.
Yeah, they were very clumped up. I think for the next
that's the only time we've ever seen them be that clumped up this whole game.
Yeah, they like. I think they saw them killing the egg, and they were like, Phoenix has gem, so all of them kind of like panic ran, trying to grab the gem at the same time and get caught by that. Spartan, looks like you're gonna die. Some auto attacks. Mid one continuing to chase up. He's got an arcane rune.
No, we need another one of those RP. What's the cooldown on RP? That's literally...
It's up.
It's up. Okay. It's there.
They've got the Hex now on MP, so they can instantly disable, and they also have the Yule Scepter on Yapzor, so if they do get eyes of that mag, they can.
Get the Enrager again with the Supernova. They will turn to take it down with the Clinks, and they'll get it. That's going to be the egg gone. They were trying to look for the RP, does pop it, only catches out the Ember Spirit, who's immediately falls down to low ground. Kenji don't stand it up, but GG's called it. It's all too much.
Yeah.
I mean, I said we were going to get 2 stomps. I'll be interested to see what happens in the second game, because I did say we'd go 1-1, stomp either way, but this stomp was very convincing from Secret. I mean, we did already have our worries from the draft, and it seemed like a lot of those worries were warranted at the end of the